Namaskar, greetings, and gratitude. I welcome you all to another inspirational Star Talks episode number 99. And today, with me on the hot seat is Miss Mradula Singh. How are you doing, Mradula? Welcome to Star Talks.
Thank you, Preeti. And namaskar, everyone. Gratitude to Preeti for doing this so relentlessly for such a long time. I have all the, accolades for her. And it's really nice to be here today, early in the morning. It's a good start of the day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's all my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much. Miss Mradula Singh is a strategy and planning consultant. She has a startup which she has mentored from idea to business. She is a content marketing specialist, a trainer, a speaker, and much more. So, Mradula, you are a founder of Next Schools. So, I really want to know how did this happen?
It's a long journey, Preeti. Having coming from education and particularly from edtech company, edtech industry for almost now 3 decades. So I have seen the rise of internet, or you can say the evolution of internet in India in particular. So I started from a traditional classrooms as assistant professor and then moved on to digitization of the curriculum. And when while I was doing the technology and education, I was on my family way, and when I came back from US to India, I found that there was a big vacuum in terms of how parents were choosing schools. They didn't have much information about it, and there were long queues in front of the schools for the admission forms. So that was the challenge that many parents were facing during that time, particularly in the urban area. And I thought, why not create a space for education, for schools, for anybody who's concerned with the education industry, in particular, even the edtechs, where they can all come together, connecting dots, but for them and bringing together. So that is how the idea of Next Schools came into being. And now Next Schools happens to be a vibrant community of not just the parents and the edtech companies, but I would like to say that it is a vibrant community of children also, where we give them space to blog free, express their ideas free on the digital space. So we have 800 plus little bloggers right from 8 year onwards, and they contribute a lot of their perspective on this platform as well.
This is so nice. Just 8-year old and they are blogging. Nice, nice, nice. This is the new world. Yes,
And
absolutely.
Preeti, this happened, not just today. It didn't start in 2025, because today we are all on the gadgets. We know what blogging, vlogging, everybody knows it. Even a layman, if you go and ask, they know it. But this platform started blogging for the children way back in 2016, when blogging itself was, not known to many people. But as a
Absolutely.
way of communication, as the way of communication was evolving away from the textbooks. Obviously, in the classrooms we teach children in different languages how to write essays, paragraph writing, notice writing, but email writing was not part of the curriculum anywhere. And we had started working towards that. We started moving towards, in the corporate world, towards the you can say digital way of communication. So blogging, they gave them a chance, and it was a lot of education in terms of digital communication as well, amongst the schools, amongst the parents. And then few principals came forward and they said, yes, we want to start it in our school. And I'm thankful to them that they encouraged, and this platform has become very vibrant and very different from the contemporaries. I would like to put it that way.
Wonderful, wonderful. That is so nice. Absolutely great. So, also, Mradula, if you can share what your cyber safety awareness campaign is all about, where you call it Happier and Safer Internet, and why do you think it matters today?
I'm so glad you asked this question, Preeti, because see, happier and safer internet in itself, if you will see, we want to make happy places online nowadays. On the real world front, we know that I am, if I'm meeting you, I'll greet you. I know that Preeti is somebody who is working in this particular domain. But when you go in the online world, you don't recognize people. You are just, that profile that is available, whether you are on the microblogging platforms or any other website or any other way you are communicating in this internet world. And in this wired world, it becomes really, difficult to know what is good, what is bad, what is real, what is fake. And with AI coming to the picture, the entire scenario has become very, very complicated. So when I started this Happier and Safer Internet campaign, or you can say education project in 2021, I never thought that AI would play such a huge role, and the relevance with this complication would be very important, because we have to learn. As I said, one way is we are consumers and we are producers of content. So either ways, we have to learn the essentials. I would give you a very simple example. For example, fire. We all know that fire is dangerous. If it is uncontrolled, it can burn our forest, it can burn our homes. But we have learned to use it in a way that if I'll touch it, I'll be hurt. If it will go out of control, these will be the consequences. And even child understands. Similarly, internet is also the same thing. And I would put it like this: AI is also the same thing. How much you are using it, why you are using it, when you should be using it, and how much control you should have. So, this all comes with the attitude and skills. So, happier and
Absolutely.
safer internet is all about this: how to make the world happy when you are a content creator, how to interact with the online peers, where their comments should not be always, even if they are negative, how you take it. Do you start the conversation in a very negative way with them, or try to, die down? Few things we have to ignore also, because you cannot change the perspective. And today the problem is about the uh, looking at the particular information through one, whole. And I would like to put it, because the big techs where we are all today, the microblogging website, want us to be that in that filter bubble where we are seeing a very minute perspective. And that in real life is changing a lot of things for us also. We are not able to take the different perspective in a way we should be. We are not tolerant, because I have a perspective A, but somebody is putting a perspective B. I would not take it as right and wrong. It has to be, it has to be a perspective that is, yes, I have a perspective A, like a Venn diagram, right? I have a perspective A and I am on this side. You have a perspective B and you are on this side. But somewhere in the middle, we are together. That's how the world has to be. So this is the way that we treat, happier and safer internet. How do we
Mhm.
create safer spaces with online safety? Of course, it is very important, not just for the children, not just for the academicians, but also for the all age group, right from preschoolers to the senior citizens. All of them are there on the internet. Then how do we make it responsible? That is another thing that we have to take into perspective. The responsibility, AI ethics that we talk about today, it's not taking our jobs. How do we build that, understanding among our youth and children, that it's not taking your job. You have to upskill, you have to learn the essentials, you have don't have to be victim. How do you thrive in this world of internet? So happier and safer internet works with schools today, with universities. We have the certificate courses for the children, for the youth, and especially for the school leaders. I would
Absolutely.
like to put it from your platform, that school leaders are integral part of taking this happier and safer internet, not just as a campaign, but if you see, they have to have a lot of understanding. We are all learners there. They have to upskill in a way so that they can have a holistic understanding of digital ethics and environment within their school system, and in turn they can create a ripple effect in their communities, amongst the parents, amongst the families. So this
Beautiful.
is in nutshell happier and safer internet is all about.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we should always remember, yes, the internet is tool in our hands and we are not a tool in their hands. Absolutely, absolutely correct. Tell us about educators' capacity building for UNESCO's MIL.
Yeah, so another, very important area that UNESCO is working towards is building the skills and attitude, I said, for the media and information literacy. Now, when I say media, we are all seeing, images, videos, text, even the books and cinemas are known to be media, and it is all shaping our thinking, our mindset. Every day we are interacting, absorbing those kind of information. So how do you build in this world of AI? As I said, it is very important today to understand what is filtered, what is faked. Now it is even becoming difficult to understand how what is AI created and what is human created. There is lot of debate around it, but we need to frame such policies that the creative work is the creative work of the authors, the writers, the artists who are all there, and how these big tech also, how do we regulate them? So we need lot of voices over here, and UNESCO is giving you that platform to understand how you are consuming media. What should be the regulations? What are the ethics? They have created a framework for media and information literacy. When I say information, it also involves the news literacy today, the meme literacy, if you can put it like that. And in happier and safer internet, we also have a meme contest for the children and youth, because that is the way they are communicating. You have to go to their level to make them understand that yes, you are communicating with the memes, very good, but what are the hindsight of it? Are you body shaming somebody? Are you being sensitive to the information that you are sharing? Are you thinking what memes are coming to you? What will be the effect if it is coming in your WhatsApp group? Are some people hurt because of that? So it also inculcates your SEL, social and emotional learning. It is all integrated and it is interdisciplinary. Whether you are in mathematics, you are in sciences, you are in social sciences, you are an artist, you are in the performing arts, all of us are dealing with different kinds of misleading and misinformation. So, UNESCO's media and information literacy provides that attitude and skills framework. And at Next Schools, we do the capacity building of the educators. We started with, as I told you in the previously also, that we have different courses and curriculum in Happier and Safe. And UNESCO's media and information literacy framework forms a very, very integral part of it, because we cannot say that I am a cyber security, professional, but I don't know how to be responsible. You have to learn media also, you have to learn information literacy also, then only it will become holistic. And it's like a moral science, you can say, of
Yes,
digital media.
absolutely, which is the demand of the times. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So, we are preparing kids for the digital world that will look completely different in couple of years. What timeless digital wisdom should we focus on?
uh, I mean, this is the question that has been asked everywhere, and most of us are concerned also. Probably we don't know the answers like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, but we can always say from the past experience of how technology came or arrived in our life. For example, you can take a lot of examples like camera was with the reels. You had to go to a shop where you had to give that reel, and then the photographs came out. Then we moved on to the digital cameras, and then now the smartphone has come. But we have learned all these things and we have sailed through. And COVID also taught us a lot of things. So we did a survey before COVID with the educators about their understanding of the digital literacy. You can, and the even the educators, lot of educators took the survey very enthusiastically, but they were not able to understand the difference between operating system. What is operating system? So we got very weird answers in that, and I thought that this is the area that we have to start working. But COVID just, gave the springboard. Everybody bounced back and they started learning. Similarly, AI, you can say same thing about AI also. Yes, it is a transition period. We are all learning. Every day new innovations are happening in the field. Some of them are, towards the that will shape the mankind, for example, in the healthcare industry. But some of them are not so great, so they will die down ultimately. But you have to find your way with learning, unlearning, adapting new skills. Every day learn, try to use the tools that are available instead of taking a certificate course. Certificate courses are good and we have abundance of them, but how do you take it to a level where you are using it for your workplace, in your education projects, in everyday life when you are using? And that wisdom has to come from the brain. So how do
Absolutely.
we humanize AI? The AI
Okay.
is not the superpower, as I always say. Without the questions, the reasoning that you ask, ultimately it's a data set, it's a machine, that is answering you something. So that
Absolutely.
conscious level will only remain with the humans. So you have to utilize your conscious, you have to utilize your brain in a way
Right.
that a human uses.
Practical usage is required. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very much
Absolutely.
required.
So, Mradula, you have worked across very different fields, from edtech to startups to branding. What's that one lesson from the mix you think everyone should know, no matter whatever the field they are in?
Again, I would like to say learn, unlearn, and adapt. If you have an open mind, curiosity to do things, you can thrive in any industry. You can thrive with any tools. You can thrive in AI era also. You can thrive in the, pre era also. The basic mindset remains the same for everything. Like you interact with the real life, there are few things that we always say. You have to be honest, you have to be nice to the other person, you have to greet people, we teach this in our primary school or the even in the preschool. And at home also children teach, say thank you and sorry. So these are all the etiquettes that we learn to become a human. Similarly, to adapt to any field, you have to have this basic knowledge of that particular thing. And with this open mind, you can hop onto any industry. you may like, because I started as a very simple, in a traditional classroom. That time the computers were not there, and they had a very limited use also. We had those dial-ups internet where we waited for the email to download for a very long time. From there on, going to the edtech, and then coming to the from print media I started, if you can talk about communication. So print media I had started, then hopped on to the desktops, then to the laptops, then phones came with a limited capacity. Then you have the smartphones today, the power in your hand, and it is going on and on and on. So that's how, one field to the another is interlinked when I talk about my career. So teaching, e-learning, instructional design, to creating some of the products, going to the government and talking about these products, that internet is not about just emails. At during that time in 2000, it has the more power. You can do so many other things with the internet. And today the same applies with the communication. You learn new tools, but the basics remain same. You have to have the basic framework in mind. Okay, this is, even if you have the degree, I have the basic degree, but I can have XYZ things that I can do around it. So nowadays, we call it, very scientifically, it has been put. We have a shaped as education system, I mean, professional system, where you have in-depth knowledge about one profession, and then you can diversify in n number of things related to that. So this is the attitude that is required, and you can thrive in any kind of, environment, with those broader, very deep skills. So that's how my career has been, from so many things that you have pointed out. So I would like also everyone to take this approach, and you will be happy. And another thing is that you have to be doing things that you are passionate about. Then the work doesn't feel like working. About my
Absolutely.
career, I haven't gone to 9 to 5 job, you can say, since 2005 or 4. I haven't been to 9 to 5 job. I have been working on a virtual world even before the COVID arrived.
Absolutely.
Since 2005, I have been working, in a virtual world, with the
Okay.
flexibility of going at my pace. And I was fortunate to have the employers or the organizations who were ready to take my skills and experience in that way. So there are hardly, in 30 years of career, I might have worked only 3, 4 years full time, going sitting in the office 9 o'clock in the morning and coming back at 6 and 7. And today it is more, I had done it in the past, but today it is possible
Possible.
more.
Yes.
So you have to be have a balanced life, how much you want to, achieve. There is not everything that you will be able to achieve, but you have to have a balance between your professional life and your personal life, in a way, by making the right choices. So
Absolutely correct.
in a
Absolutely.
nutshell, my journey
Yes.
has been
You've talked
pretty
about the soft skills as well, that which is very important for a person to hold, and
very
adaptability.
important, very important.
Yeah.
One more thing, Preeti,
Mm.
because in the world of AI, I see many posts in the LinkedIn from a very, esteemed professionals, and they say, what is the need of teaching history or
Mm.
sociology or philosophy?
Mm. Mm.
But in the world of AI, it is more important than anything else,
Mm. Mm.
because at
It's
the back of AI, somebody is teaching them those skills.
absolutely, absolutely. It's very important for you to know your past and the struggles, and so that you don't make the similar mistakes. So it's important to know your history as well.
And you can
Thank
keep
you.
away from misinformation, disinformation, and fake news also,
Absolutely,
by
absolutely. So
using your, humanizing it.
humanizing is important. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mradula. You've told us so much about the digital world, and so happy to see that our little ones are blogging so beautifully. You are talking about around 800 children on the blogs from the age of 8. So, yes, we are moving to the next world. Obviously, we have moved. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the stories with us. So happy that you came here today to the Star Talks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Preeti, for having me.
Thank you, my dear audience, for being with us in this lovely conversation today. I will come back with another personality who has inspired my life. Have a good day. Thank you.